Hi, we're in Perry North with Bonny Kwolek. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Awesome. Tell me about yourself, and I guess tell me about when you moved to Perry North.
Well, we bought the house 8 years ago, took 4 years to fix it up, and then moved in 4 years ago. So 8 years, kind of. We also own property in here because in the neighborhood because we love it so much.
Right.
It's a great place. It's a well-kept secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's a secret? I mean, like, or do people not want people?
It's not in the East End.
Yeah.
You know, it's not in the East End, and so people don't realize that, you know, there's an incredible city park here. We've got the best views in the city.
Mm-hmm.
We really do.
Yeah.
We have incredible architecture, incredible diversity.
Mm-hmm.
Location is, you can't get better because of, I'm going on too much about
not
about myself and about that.
Well, no, but I mean, you can't get better than here. I mean, because it's so close to everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're right on 279, so you can get into town. We can get into town 3.5 minutes. We can get out of town. I can get on the highway in 2 minutes from my house, so it's pretty good.
Plus, you're close if you want to go to a game or something, and
Oh, yeah, and you know, the bus just takes you right down.
takes you right everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then tell me about yourself.
I work for the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust, and I have been in the arts for some time. I've been in the nonprofit world most of my life, and love the city, love urban living, and my secret passion is definitely urban planning. Planning sounds boring, though, doesn't it?
No.
Urban vitalizing.
Okay, wait, what does that mean?
By just making any place where you live or play or work completely the highest. I mean, the best quality of life.
Well, explain, I guess, what some of those things are in Pittsburgh, per se. Like, what are some of the things that you do?
The arts,
Yeah.
obviously, and the cultural district is an incredible place. We have the arts, we have the sports, we have the green space, and you know, we're getting more and more focused on bike trails and walking trails and running trails and taking back the rivers, and we have a lot here.
Pittsburgh is
has
very rich, both in land and in culture and in history.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has a soul and a spirit. I
Yeah.
mean, I have been to other cities that just doesn't have that, you know. And
That's
we have such a love. Dude, you just get here and you just love it.
People love Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
And that's why it's not really urban planning, I guess. It's more of urban, because we have the plan. I mean, things are already pretty much here. It's about how to take what we have and...
Yeah. It's the infrastructure. The infrastructure is pretty much, it's really difficult working with a 19th century infrastructure.
Yeah.
And you're, because, everyone talks about Portland being the greatest place. And Portland is great,
Yeah.
But they also don't have a 19th century infrastructure to work with to make it great and to create all this great sustainable things that are happening there.
Are there events that happen around here, Perry North? Or do you call Perry North here?
No.
What do you...
We're trying desperately to get that changed.
So what do you want to call it?
In the books, in the legal books, it's Perry North, but
Right.
it's Observatory Hill.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's more explanatory of it, because I mean, it's a hill, it's an observatory. You know, it seems more apt to call it to call it that.
Oh yeah.
Call it Perry North.
And it's a focus of the neighborhood. It's there's a recent film out called Undaunted. Okay. And you really have to see it to see what science took place right here in this building behind us.
Which is what? Yeah.
Just discoveries, scientific discoveries beyond belief. It's jaw-dropping.
Really?
And it all happened right here, yeah.
Do you know, are there, what kind of discoveries, I guess, like of
just telescopic.
Oh, okay.
Just physics.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff.
That's awesome. I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And it came out recently?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Last year sometime, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
And so, I guess tell me about like do you guys have community events that happen?
Yeah, well, we have the house tour coming up
Okay.
in June. We always have an annual house tour
Mhm.
where kind neighbors open up their houses. I mean, like I said, we have incredible architecture here.
Yeah.
And the one feature right across from the park is a thing called Judges Row. It's on Perrysville Avenue. And you'll notice there's these incredible, elaborate mansions.
Yeah.
That's where Allegheny City judges lived, and they all had to outdo each other, you know,
Yeah.
with every house. So a lot of those are open up during the house tour. Not so much this year, but in past years, and but they're just good to see from the outside too.
Yeah.
We just have, you know, everything from small craftsman bungalows to these mansions and everything in between. And the upcoming house tour will feature the houses and the park.
Oh,
Which
okay.
we've never done before, but we're going to do it this year because so few people know where Riverview Park is.
Yeah. What is Riverview? How is Riverview Park different from other parks, or is it just a especially nice park?
It's not in the East End.
Yeah. That's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Separation.
Yeah, and it's not well known because the East End is surrounded by so many of the wealthier communities. They're well known. They're better used.
Yeah.
But there's nothing different.
But
Other
I mean,
than that, the
yeah.
amenities are amazing. We have a swimming pool.
Oh wow.
We've got tennis courts. We've got dog parks. We've got a wonderful walking, hiking trails all through the park. We had horses.
Really?
You can ride horses through here, yeah. Until recently, where the person who took the horses passed away. Moses Carper. He was dedicated to the park,
And people could just ride the horses? That's that is all the things that you mentioned. All those amenities are actually very special, very unique to a park.
Yeah. And so few people know. When you say I live near Riverview Park, you go, where is that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not an easy.
It's one of the 4 major parks, but
Yeah.
people just don't realize that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And so, do people bike around here a lot? Or?
Oh yeah, we've got some good bikers. You know, if you aren't going uphill, you're going downhill. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
My husband bikes to work every day, and considering we live at the highest point in the city, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But my commute from here takes me 25 minutes to get to work on a bike, and an hour and 25 minutes to get home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I come
uphill.
through the park and everything, and I try to enjoy the ride.
Plus, it would be really steep also if you just go straight uphill.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really incredible.
Yeah.
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 And so, what you were saying before that the architecture is special. Do you know more about the architecture here, or?
You know, it was built mostly as Allegheny City.
Yeah.
Allegheny City was not part of Pittsburgh back then until 1907, when it was annexed by the city.
Okay.
And Allegheny City was a whole separate entity.
Yeah.
And that's when it was pretty well developed, and the park was developed about the same time that all the other parks were developed, just out of competition. You know, well, Allegheny City can do better than Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But like I said, it kept growing until the 20s. Probably slowed down in the 30s because of the Depression, and we don't have much architecture beyond that.
So most of the stuff's pretty old.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
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 Do you see the neighborhood changing, or?
Yes, I do.
Right.
I see a lot more people realizing that it's much more affordable here than the East End.
Yeah.
And the amenities are just as good, and we're closer to the city, and it's getting better all the time. I love my neighbors, and the new neighbors moving in are great. The biggest problem is the business district.
Yeah.
We need a better business district. I really envy and imagine where the Point Breeze, where they have the Point Bruges and the small little coffee shop. It's a tiny little business district, but it's so sweet and quaint, and we have so much potential to do the exact same thing here.
Yeah.
Our storefronts are ripe and ready to be refurbished, and it could be so much. It could be so sweet,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure what's holding anyone back from moving in and taking advantage of, because the neighborhood could definitely support, you know, basically a coffee shop, a nice restaurant, because like I said, it's a big neighborhood, and,
Yeah.
and we've got a lot of great people here, and they're all here because they want to be,
Yeah.
and so making that amenity one step better would be, you know,
Yeah.
would definitely make it more attractive.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to
Okay.
be on the show.
Thanks.
And yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful town.